Click that word "got it" on the box that's up on your screen. That'll clear that out of the way, and then we are ready to go. Okay, everyone is muted. Scooting to the front edge of your chair. Find your central upright, your zhongjang, that pillar of support that is only present when we've put everything organized, all the various structural relationships in such a way that there's a line of throughness. So any slouching, tilting, leaning has to be corrected first. So again, if you've got that slouch happening, pelvis tipping a little forward, chest a little bit lifted, chin a little bit down. Then once you feel that line connected, then you practice chunwon, or softening and releasing as your means of finding stability. But rather than grabbing and holding, we relax and let there be this settling quality down through the chair, through the legs, through the feet, underground. So now we're tapped into, plugged into the groundedness. And then what is left is a body that has nothing extra going on. So we don't want to be holding our shoulders up. We want them let go. We don't want to be grabbing with our hands. We want them soft and relaxed. As you practice softening and relaxing, oftentimes our bad postural habits kick back in. And so we got to notice that. And again, recorrect, get zhongjang. Once you have zhongjang, you practice chunwon, softening, releasing, melting as your means of finding stability. And then what's left over is qingling, or light and nimble. So the softer and looser we are, the easier movement becomes, especially over time as you practice. So with this setup, let's do our breathing work in through the nose. As full as you feel comfortable getting, and hold that breath full for a little while. Feel it stretch you open, feel it nourish your system, saturate your system, and then exhale out the nose or the mouth, cleansing the system, releasing, melting, softening. Hold empty for a little bit. Just let everything consolidate and settle. And then inhale when you're ready. Nice full breath in. Hold the breath full. When you're ready, you exhale all the way to empty. Hold empty. Do that on your own. This is your most primary, basic homework practice. Just think to yourself, I've been assigning this homework for months, almost years at this point. Have you done it once? If not, mark that in your mind and go, okay, I'm going to do it once before the year's over, or once in the following year. This idea of arrive, settle, create zhongjang, attend to that chunwon softening, feel the qingling lightness, do your breathing work in through the nose, the 4-part breathing. Holding full, out the nose or mouth, holding empty. Just do this, say 8 more breath cycles as people wander in. The important point of doing this homework is that this state that I'm talking about is a state that our body, nervous system, and brain really want to be in. And when we arrive at it and stay in it, it becomes natural, it becomes easy to stay good alignment, released, relaxed, mobile, yet grounded. It becomes easy because it's our natural state. But it does require corrective measures, which is what we're doing. We're taking time to correct bad habits, correct injury areas, correct whatever attack you're under from the Parkinson's or whatever else is going on. It requires this sort of effort to get there. But the beautiful thing in it is that the more time you spend in it, the more you just naturally are there, because this is our natural state. Relaxed, easy, aligned, grounded, yet spring-loaded and active. Right? That's the Tao. That's the Taoist view of why we want to practice this. Now, to help us further, hands slide back, elbows behind you, shoulder blades back a little bit, chest up, chin up.
What's at the door?
Slide the hands forward, hollow the chest, round the back. Drop the head. Remember to drop the head. Gotta mute everybody. Remember this point that another Taoist point of view, the healthy body is the transformable body. So I wouldn't want to walk around all day in this back arched shape looking up, and I also wouldn't want to walk around all day in this rounded shape with my head down. But what's important is, can I travel between these two shapes unhindered? And the answer is usually no, I can't, until I practice, until I do it a few times and I run into some barnacles, some stiff areas, some places where the muscle's gotten stuck or where my joint is a little glued. And then after 3, 4, 5 reps, things have changed. So I'm changing the status of all the relationships of the joints and tissue and nerves and brain in my body. That's why we have to practice. We don't practice, it just residue builds up and sort of entropy to some degree. Now, from your middle position again, rotation. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back, turn, and switch. So again, the healthy body can go all the way one way, all the way the other way. And usually you'll run into asymmetry. So you're more open in one direction and less open in the other direction. So you just put that in your mental notepad. You say, I've got more blockage over here than I do over there. Parkinson's, if I'm not mistaken, for everybody, you have a Parkinson's side, right? So you'll find you'll need to put a little extra mental attention on going in the direction that's more Parkinson's affected, more blocked. Maybe spend a little extra time turning, leaning, trying to break through the barriers there. And that's something only you can remember to do and put into your practice. Coming back to the middle. Arms hang. Now we just go lateral. Just drooping, leaning to the right. Left wrist floats up. Let your head, notice my head is tipped. My spine is tipped. I'm leaning. I'm letting go. And then back across. Leaning, letting go. And notice you don't just immediately fall out of your chair, right? You can let go of the tension in your body, and yet there's still an integrity present. You could think of it as a liquid hydraulic integrity. So the looser I am, the more actually I'm connected and stable and able to keep my middle pivot. Because I'm not stiff as a board leaning over here, I'm going to fall. Instead, I'm pliable, free, limber, supple, right? All these words are the words the Taoists really focus on. Suppleness, pliability, liquid, fluid, flow. They're wonderful concepts, but how do we actually cultivate them? So that's what we're doing. And come back to middle. shoulders, forward, up, back, down, under, forward, up, back, down the back, under, forward, up, back, squeezing those shoulder blades together, under. This is as I've said before, perhaps, and I could make an argument for, this area that we're using is the most complicated area in the body because the shoulder blades are a very unique joint. And there's many different muscles tying into the shoulder blades and then tying down into our back, tying up into the neck, tying out into the shoulders and arms. And so we have to make sure this section is free, is loose, is fluid, is open. Let's reverse. We go back and up, forward and down. And when you practice regularly, like every day, like you brush your teeth, I hope, every day, and you eat some sort of breakfast or you drink your morning tea or coffee, just like that, shouldn't we address every joint, every tissue? Shouldn't we address breathing? Should we address the mind, clearing of debris? So that's what these movements are for you to take home and practice every day. Now, from here, we bend the elbows. Elbows flare out and up. And we really open up lymph node area and lungs. Big inhale here. And then exhale. Down and come in front and touch the elbows together. This opens up your back. Down, out and up. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhale. So we're flushing and pumping the lymphatic system, very important for fall and winter when there's pulmonary disease out there, right? Lung issues, viruses, flus, all of that. We just want to keep the internal state flushed, pumping, lively. Elbows go straight back, behind you, back, and then down, forward. Some of you will not be able to go further, but just notice that the body is built to do this whole movement here. So there is the potential for that movement, and you want to get it moving in these two directions. Back. Alex, keep your elbows in. Notice how mine are not flared out like this. Keep them in and pull them back, right? And keep them in as you go forward and up. So notice what I don't do is let them go out like that. They stay in as you try to lift them up. That's correct. And then down, back. So again, we're like wringing out a rag. All of this area here, we're wringing it out, and then we're going the other direction, wringing it out. And then elbows out to the side. Cross, hug, open. Elbows go out to the side, so not back, but sideways, which really opens this space. And then when we cross, we're closing this area here. Close. Open. Close. So again, the healthy body is one that can change, can transform, that the mechanisms have to be able to be moved through their range. Closing and opening. This lubricates the moving parts in our body. Elbows down, out in front. Turn your palms down, up, down, up. So this is for your forearms. Down, up, down, up. Now palms face up. Keep them here. Go out. Notice how my elbows are close to the body. This is opening this whole region. Then hands come in, elbows go out and around towards the front. So look at that change of shape. This is folding, closing. Then elbows come in, hands go out. This is unfolding, opening. And then close, fold. Open, unfold. Close, fold. Open, unfold, stay open, take a big wide stance. Left hand up, over the rainbow all the way down. Then up, all the way back to the starting position. Right hand up, over the rainbow, down. Up, back. A few more. Middle, both of them up, cross, turn the palms down, let the arms fall between the open legs and separate. Then cross, up, open, down. Up, over, top, cross, turn palms down, let the arms fall between the legs and separate. Cross. More. Arms back together. Wrists fold over top, circle under, out. Turn the palms up, wrists, wrists, wrists. Reverse, down, over, turn. Spread, gather, spread, gather, spread, gather, spread. Claw into a fist, open, claw into a fist, open. Bird beak, touch thumb and pinky together. 3 fingers come and touch thumb and pinky. Bend the wrist. Unbend and open. Down. Open. Down. Open. Down. And relax. A little bit. Load. Push. Load. Down. Load. Push. Load. Down. Load and push. And down. Straighten the foot. And tilt the foot in, out, in, out, in, out. Circle, in, around, and out. Out, around, and in. switching circle. Reverse, switch, point, flex, point, flex. And tilt the foot in, out. Circle, in, around, and out. And out, around, and in. And down. Scoot forward on the chair. Step wider apart so that you have a little extra space. Lift the toes off the ground. Turn toes and knees in. Toes and knees out. Toes and knees in. Out. In. And back to neutral. Feet hip distance apart. Hands on your thighs. Hip hinge, forward folding. Turn on the hands. Elbows come around. Fold. Sit vertical. Lean slightly back. So again, it's hip hinge. Turn on the hands so the elbows come around. Fold. And then rise and lean back just a little bit. Fold. And rise. One more. Arms hang. Swing. And drop, swing. Swing. Drop. 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 One more. Drop and just let them swing. Now, right arm forward, left arm back, drop, swing, drop, drop, drop. So let this cause a little bit of a turning at your middle pivot. Release. Fast feet. So pick up one foot, put it down, pick up the other foot. And pause. Arms are loose. Hip hinge is ready. Slide your feet back. Hip hinge, pour your body weight out of the chair, down to the earth, and then this spring-loaded quality. Spring loaded up. And then we hip hinge back. Let that spring sink down, find the chair, and then the weight goes back into the chair and the feet are empty, right? And then when it's time to stand up, we pour the weight out of the chair. Now the feet couldn't do that fast feet thing because we're using them to connect down to the earth. So let it happen. Let that weight go down. Fold, sink. We're still in the feet, and only when we've committed our body weight now to the chair do these become free feet again. And again. Now, don't sit in your chair, but basically do the exact same movement, hips, sink, and use this to get down and touch your toes or touch the floor. And then rise all the way to vertical. And then the hip hinge. Fold. And rise. Fold. Rise. And now we're standing. So you just keep your chair exactly where it is. I'm getting mine out of my way, but you keep yours where yours is. So now, we do a little bit of a tip into the toes. Just a little tip into the toes. All right, so that little bit of a lean. Come back to middle. And then notice that you can go a little bit into your heels. You have your chair behind you for safety. But see if you can find this range of motion, right? It's not a humongous range of motion, but it is a range of motion that we need to have. And I've noticed more often than not, especially with people, with the Parkinson's folks I've been working with, but also just people who spend a lot of time sitting. When we sit, we're usually leaning back into the chair. And so then when we stand up, we kind of have all of our energy back. And so we feel like we're going to fall. And so all these other weird things happen biomechanically because we can't get to middle. So in order to find middle, we have to find the front, the middle, and the back. And Chun One, or softening, relaxing, and sinking as your means of grounding, rather than tightening your body up and trying to hold it. That's what this also gives you a great opportunity to feel, where the more relaxed you are, the more you can be in your toes, and you realize, yeah, my body's leaning, my arms are out here, but I'm not at risk of falling. And a little more tricky is this one, where you're back in your heels and you don't feel like you're at risk of falling, but you feel that down connection through the heels. Now let's add, as you tip forward, arms swing forward. As you rock back, just let those pendulum arms swing a little bit behind. Rock forward. There's more room in front. That's another understanding of the body. There's some room in the back, but not as much. But we also, again, want to explore the front as well as the back. Front, back. Now, stay a little bit in your heels, turn your palms forward, and lift. So we're coming up a little bit along the back side, but notice I'm not cranking my arms, right there, up that line. Then rock into your toes, and closing here, the arms come all the way together. So now I'm in the front here, I'm out to the tips of the fingers, palms face up, and then rock to the heels. The hands come in, the elbows have to bend to allow that. In, all the way in. So get your hands right to your chin there, Alex. Do you see how close my hands are to my face? Yeah. So you have to go all the way here. Then down as you settle to the middle of your feet and middle of your belly. Then that squat that we did, fold, sit as if you're going to sit in your chair and let your arms completely go straight, long and relaxed. Push through the earth, rise up to standing, and we're in our middle. From the middle, rock back a little bit, open and float up. So that's the first move. Second move, rock forward, arms sweep around and close in front, palms face up. That's the second part. Third part, rock back, and just like I described, bring the hands all the way back to your face. Look at where my hands are. To your face. In. Then settle to the middle of the feet and the hands settle to the middle of the belly, all the way down to the middle. Then, finally, hip hinge. So this movement opens up this space now for you to sink and fold the front close, which opens the back. Then push through the earth, rise up, stand. Again, rock a little bit to your heels, float open and lift. Rock to the toes, sweep way out in front. Rock to the heels, bring the hands all the way in, all the way to the mouth, all the way to the mouth. And then settle to the middle of your feet, hands settle to the middle of the belly, hip hinge, sink. All the way to standing, rising up. One more, rock back and lift. Eventually this feels like a river, like an unbroken flow. Doesn't mean it's sped up. It just means it's polished. Float the wings out. Turn the palms up. Fold over top. Settle everything down to the belly. So notice how my elbows, Alex, watch this. You're here. Where am I? And look at my hands. There you go. Good. And then the hands cross and come down. Change your weight to your right leg. Let the body weight go down through the right leg. The left foot is empty. Then change down through the left leg so your right foot is empty. From your middle pivot at the belly button level in the body, we want to get this ability to let the weight go down through left leg so the right foot is empty. Let the weight go down through the right leg so left foot is empty. Now, just very subtly, we add, notice how here I'm down through my left leg, and if you look, my left hand is lower than my right hand, so I'm done a little separation. And then as you change, a little separation. And then change. You can increase that separation. Change. Change. More important than the lifting hand is this hand, the one we don't pay attention to, the reaching to the floor. And now it's the other hand that's reaching to the floor, which helps us get that last little bit of down and through. Down and through. It starts to wheel. So Ilana, notice and remember, I've taken time before to talk about this specific pathway. Notice how my arm is coming up and it's not doing what your arm is doing. You're going like this. What am I doing? That. It's a different route. That's right. And remember, it's got to go out so that it can go down. This one has to come up, and this one has to go out, down and up. Notice what the arm is doing. It's got to come up like you're going to tickle your own armpit. And then press as this one rises. And then this one, press with a flat palm, press as this rises. And then flatten, press, 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 press. And both hands down. Wing, roll, fold. Settle, settle, settle to the belly. Turn the hands to face the belly. Alex, remember what I said about your elbows. Look at your elbows and look at mine. You're doing this. I'm not doing that, I'm doing this. Yeah. So you have to let them finish because you're basically getting stuck. You're getting stuck here instead of letting it get all the way to there. Right. Cross the hands and down. Bring your 5 fingertips to touch each other. Bring the hands above the diaphragm level. Open. Now, as you open, you go into your right leg, which will be this way. I'm going to go into my right leg, which is this way. So you go to your right, I go to my right. And then go to your left leg as you bring the hands together. And then open as you go to your right leg. This would go with an inhale. And then exhale, go to your left leg as you close. Very good. Inhale, go to your right leg. Exhale, go to your left leg. Try to get to 100% separation. So Alex, do you notice you're still in your right leg there? Go into your left leg. Your other left. That one. Yeah, go to your left leg. So I'm going to turn around so you guys can go with me. We go into the right leg, opening. This is empty. And then into the left leg so that this one is empty. And then right, left. Open, close. So it's a really a common theme in a lot of these Qigong methods, which is don't get stuck just kind of standing in place, moving. It's the whole organism rocking, tilting, and it's because the idea is that there's cycles of life force through the body. There's circles of movement that we need to allow to express. Now, bring the hands down above the belly button, but below the diaphragm. Opening straight out along that latitude line. Go to your right leg when you open. So Ilana, there you go. And then to your left leg. Go to your left leg. So it should be that way. Open, go to your right leg. Go to your left leg. Right leg. Left leg. Right. Left. Right. Left. And drop your hands down right in front of your groin area. And you're going to swing open and close down below. Go to your right leg, swing open. Left leg, close. Right leg, open. Left leg, close. Leisurely, casual, smooth, relaxed. And wings, roll, hold, settle, hands cross. Tai Chi, rising hands. Little change in the hand position and then coming down. Again, rising and then coming down. So notice this, my wrists. Also long. So Alex, straighten your arms more forward and bring them up. So they're in this shape as they get up and they're forward. Then there's this settling to get to this position. And that's the position they're in as they come down the whole way. They're in that position until they get back here. And then there's this change, right, where the wrists are here and they're following. So notice my wrists all the way up. And then at the top, there's that little change. And they come down. And then there's that change. Change. Hands scoop in front, open, wings. Change to arm position, sweep down, low cradle, open, open, one more, open. Now, from this open position, turn your right palm up, bring it up and over as left hand sweeps down, under. We're at the top of a circle, big circle, top and bottom. Now, the hands magnetically attract to be at the middle of that circle. Then they go to the top and bottom of the circle, then around, all the way around, top and bottom, middle, top and bottom, around, all the way around the circle. So what you really want to feel here is this sort of consolidation, everything coming together, and then this opening, and it's long and big and round, and we're not cutting any corner, and then everything returns to this still place at the middle. And then it's one up and one down, going around in the big circle. One more time. And now both hands down, up in front, elbows back, turn your palms to face forward. So now it's push, right? Push. Stay long, turn your palms to face and back. Turn the hands, push. Turn the hands, draw. Push. Draw. Push. Draw. Now turn just your left hand. Push. Let this extended push cause a little rotation at your middle pivot. Then turn that left hand, turn the right hand, and it's one draw, one push. Let it cause that little turn of your middle pivot. Turn, turn, draw and push. Turn, turn, draw and push. Simultaneous change. Simultaneous change. Draw and push. Now the same flow, except now I'm on my center line, right? So there's the center line of the body, and I'm leading now through the pinky side edge, and then there's a change. They pass by each other, pass by. Extend. Scoop and rise, right? That little. So Ilana, I'm turning my body. It should just be very simple. You know what? I'm going straight, just this way, just right in front of you, right in front of you. When I turn sideways, I'm just giving you a different angle to see, but I'm not changing what I'm doing. And then both hands back, down, relax. Now from your middle pivot, change the weight to the right leg, turn from your middle pivot, and swing the hands across that way a little bit. So now we're loaded up. So we went from standing in the middle to set up over here. Now we change the weight into this leg and turn at the middle pivot, sweep across. Change. So in a sense, it's one event. It's one event. It doesn't mean it happens in an instant, but it's broken into change the leg, turn from the middle, sweep across. But once you understand that, then you want it to feel like one that takes some time for it to finish. It's change leg, turn, sweep, brush. So there's a lot happening, and it happens just like things in nature happen, not instantly, right? But more like gradual with flow and naturalness, and gradual with flow and naturalness. And the more you do this with that soft quality, you'll feel a sort of buoyancy in the limbs. And so it goes from the bear washing paws to the bear swirls the stream, because now this hand is traveling a big circle coming through. Big circle coming close to the body and going across. As this one, big circle. And we're changing weight, turning, changing weight. You can see in my body a sort of interesting relationship between ankles and knees and hips and the shape of my back. I'm not standing straight, right? There's a roundness in this body. So allow that to start to really show up. Let's go for the bear swats the fish. The hand sweeps across a little higher. Now we still brush knee down low, but sweep across higher. We want to open up this capacity for our body to change shape, to become the bear, right? So we're this big bear legs and big bear paws swinging. Bears have incredible power. They're incredibly grounded. Let's go for that higher jumping fish. We're swinging way up and over. Down. Big bear paw. And again, yes, it's fun to think of ourselves as a bear, but practically we are stretching the side of the body, turning, reaching, coming back down. We've changed legs. Then we're turning and sweeping, reaching. So range, opening up range, real estate in our body that's tending to get stuck, tight, closed down, right? And then last one, to your right, stay there. Your left hand down into the water, right arm wing, roll, fold. So now we're in this loaded, ready position. Our weight is in the right leg, body is turned to the right a little bit. Now change your weight to your left leg, turn from your middle pivot. That gets the biggest portion of this change doesn't come from any changing in your hands. I'm not leading with my hands. The hands are coming along for the ride. Right hand comes down into the water, left hand turn palm up, fold over. So Alex, get here and be in this leg, turned, loaded. Now it's shift and turn. Can you guys see me? Am I frozen? So it's getting weird now?
Yeah, it's been kind of, it's slowing periodically during the whole session, so.
All right, let me change my provider here. I might pop out and then pop back in. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Is it smoother? Maybe, hopefully. I changed the provider, so we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, back to it. Okay, so weight in your right leg. Wing your right arm, roll, fold. Take your left hand, bring it across. It's dipped into the water. This leg is empty. We're turned this way. So everyone's on the bus, and now again, let those arms go across. So Alex, look at my bottom hand. Look at my bottom hand. It's moving this way. It's moving. Yeah, yours is getting stuck. Let the hands go. Then the right hand dips down. Fold that left elbow over top. Right hand dips down. Right hand down, Alex. There you go. In the water over here on this side of your body. So let me be your mirror. Try to use me as a mirror, please. So I'm here. So your left hand is over here. Mine is over here. Bring your left hand here. Touch your left ear, Alex. There you go. So you're over on this side. Then we're traveling across and extend in that direction. And then roll and fold. And then it's shift, turn. You see my hand? So Alex, your hand is here and here. Mine are here. There you go. So try to pay attention to those points, those coordinates, you could say. All right. And arms come down into the water. Now, release here. Okay, we're going to learn a little bit of a, you could say, advanced little thing here. So change your weight to your left leg. Turn your right foot out 5 degrees or so. Shift into it. Now, for the basic Tai Chi stance, you need width, so it could be a couple inches or more, and length forward, right? So if I turn sideways, you see there's this, the left toes are pointing straight ahead, but I'm not here. I'm not crossing my own line. There's some little bit of left to right width. Now, shift 70%, turn the hips to face forward, and then shift back 100%, keeping the hips facing straight away, straight forward. 70%, which just means most here, but still some here. And then 100, 0, which means you could, in theory, do that, and nothing would happen. Shift, and shift. So now take your little pistols out, your pointers, and point them the direction your belly button is pointing. So now as you shift into your front leg, turn so that you point a little bit to this corner, right? Stay facing that corner as you shift back 100%. So now you're turned a little bit as you come back. Now stay in your back leg, turn to point to the other corner. So now we're in the back leg. This leg is empty. Now, as you shift into your left leg, turn, pointing forward. Keep turning, point to that corner. Then stay pointing to that corner as you shift into your right leg, still pointing to this corner. Then turn to that corner. Now we're in our right leg, you're in your back leg, you're turned to this corner. So it's shift and turn, just like we've been working on. Shift 70, 30, turn, keep turning. And then sink back, 100, turn to this corner. 70, 30, turning. Stay turned to your left front corner as you sink back into your back leg. Right? So it's from front leg to back leg, then turn to the other corner. 70%, turning, keep turning. Stay turned to that corner as you go back into your right leg and turn. 70, 30, turn. Eventually, you can imagine this starts to just flow. One more, and then we'll switch legs. 70, 30, turn. Sink back. Turn. Now we're going to switch. So bring your left leg back, turn it out 5 degrees. Shift over. Remember, the basic Tai Chi stance requires left to right width and a little bit of length. So out and forward. And it doesn't have to be too big, right? It can be really small, and you can still find all of this activity. But if it's too small for your range, you're not getting anything done. But if it's too big, you're straining joints. So find that happy place, and let's do a couple forward and back. So 70, 30. Just go back, 100, 0, 70, 30, 100, 0, 70, 30, 100, 0. Now stay in your back leg, turn to this corner here, this front corner. Now, as you shift to that front leg, turn. Keep turning so you point to now your front right corner. Stay pointed to that front right corner as you sit back. And then stay in your back leg, turn. Stay turned to this corner. As you then start shifting, you turn. Keep turning to that corner. Sit back, turn, 70, 30, turn, keep turning, sit back, facing that corner still, turn, shift and turn. See if you can get a few rounds where it feels like it's just like a stirring sort of tidal pool. Switch sides again. 5, 10, 15 degree turnout, step. Shift and turn. The bear swirls the string. There's a brush knee, swirl. There's a brush knee, swirl. Bear swats the fish. Brush knee, swat fish. Brush knee, swat fish. Higher jumping fish. 70, 30. 100, 0. Brush knee and push. Push. Brush knee and push. Bang. This generally is more like an offensive movement into something. This you could imagine as this defensive, this receiving quality of receive and send through. Right? Send it off. This is towards. This is send back. Switch sides. Turn that foot out. Step. Bear washes paws. Swirls the string. So this is more the martial art position, right? Doesn't mean it can't change. It's just this is where you do push hands practice from when you engage with a partner. Both people are in this stance with each other, interacting with their tentacles. The bear swats the higher jumping fish. Brush knee, swat. Brush knee, swat. For everyone on the bus. So Karen, you notice that moment there. Here, get all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. You should be in your back leg. And then everyone on the bus. And let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it flow, 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 flow. Keep going with the arm, keep dropping that other arm. Right? So you're getting kind of stuck here. Get it here. So it's let it get through. So that it's ready to, right? If it gets stuck, then it can't get around. It's got to get around. Now brush knee and push. Same idea. It's got to go so that it can return. And then it's got to go so it can return. Hundred, 0, right? 100, 0, 70, 30. 70, 30. 100, 0. And set. And then down. Cross. 3 times that sink chi wash organs. Rock to the heels, open. Rock to the toes, sweep around, closing in front. Rock to the heels, bringing in. Settle to the middle of the feet, hands settle to the middle. Hollow the front, hips go back a little, and then sink through. One more time, or 2 more times. Rock back, rock forward, rock back, in, settle, through. Rock, 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 settle. Shogun or closing gesture, wings. Roll palms up, fold over top, settle all the way, all the way, all the way to the belly. Turn the hands to face the belly. And then seal. 1, 2. 5 breaths here, doing nothing at all. In through the nose. Softly out. Letting there be a consolidation, just like water, rainwater reaching the reservoir, just soaking into the ground, finding the reservoir. In through the nose. Softly out through the mouth. Try to keep your vertical. Try to find that easy quality through the body. Thank you so much, everybody. Taoist bow to close. If there are any questions or insights, comments, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know.